specialists.
Hi guys, it's Dave at MAS. I currently have Andrew from AVer at the moment. Now we currently distribute their range of DVRs, hybrid and also pure MVR. So Andrew, what we've got at the moment, we've got an entry-level DVR called the Nano. It's available in 4, 8 and 16 channel. Now these currently use 4 channels of IP, the rest being analog. Obviously on the 4 channel, the 4 can be used on either or. Can you just briefly explain the benefits of the Nano?
The Nano, we are targeting the market for hybrid installations because the limitation of analog cameras is that you can't go beyond D1 resolutions. So for some of the project and some of the installation, the end user demand or require for higher resolutions cameras. In this case, we have these hybrid solutions, so which means these give options for the end users or the installer to install megapixel IP cameras.
Okay.
So you can have 3 times, 4 times, or even with 5 megapixels resolution IP cameras incorporate into the EH Nano.
Okay, which benefits obviously areas such as car parks for depth of field, entranceways for facial recognition, etc.
Yes.
Whereas analog, really, you can't get the sharpness, so the IP obviously benefits in that range. Now, have you got any updated firmware maybe in the pipeline to increase the overall capacity of megapixel capture on the Nano DVRs?
Yes, actually we have early this year we have launched a new firmware.
Okay.
And this firmware allows the Nano box or Nano hybrid recorders to record up to 8 megapixels or H.264 video streaming. So it depends on type of cameras being used.
Okay.
So with these 8 megapixels, you can freely allocate to any of the 4 IP channels.
Brilliant. Hence being maybe 2 megapixels per channel, which now incorporates the AVer IP range,
Yes,
which now will do up to 2 megapixels per camera, which obviously will be stocking also. Now, I take it with the larger machines in the range, like the EH6216 and the IWH, these are also hybrid units as well?
Yes, so that are hybrid recorders. So which means you have options to connect to IP cameras or analog cameras.
And that's on every channel, I take it, yes?
Yes, for the EH6000 and IWH series, we open the IP channels to all 16 channels.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And I take it you can adjust the rate of which you can apply the megapixel to each individual camera, so you can freely have maybe 1 on 5 megapixel, 1 on 2, 1 on 1.3, etc.
Yes,
so
that's the new mechanism. We call it a flexible IP megapixel allocations. So which means the customer can freely allocate the megapixels, 5 megapixel, 3 megapixel into different channels.
Fantastic. Now, for those customers out there who are also integrating the likes of POS, license plate recognition, etc., etc., I take it you do a larger machine with much more processing power, which is the IWH.
Yes, for the IWH, we have quite a lot of projects installed in retail environments, which they need to have integrations to the POS or the ePOS system for the POS overlay.
You could also touch on the fact is normally with POS integration, most shops have more than 1 till, be 2 tills possible, but in some large retail outlets you'd have many tills. Now the IWH range and the SA, now they're capable of running a till a camera if possible.
That's right, yeah.
So even for an entire retail solution, for every till has a camera, it could also act as a channel input on the IWH series itself.
Yes, that's correct.
Which is fantastic. I mean, we carry nothing else in the range like that.
And also the advantage is for the IWH is we also support network tills. So which means you can transmit the data stream or text overlay over TCP or UDP protocols.
Which for those of you at home that don't really understand that, means you can plug into an RJ45 socket and retrieve the data through the network without having to directly connect the POS boxes or the tills to the machine itself, thus saving time on installation again.
Yes, that's true.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much, Andrew. It was nice having you.
Thank you, Dave.
Cheers.
MAS, safe, secure specialist.